Means a lot. I mean, gosh, I sit here in the media center, and those of you that were there last week, I talked about how this is one that you can pound the chest and it's like, we kicked everyone's ass. I kicked everyone's ass. Do I feel that way today? I don't, but it still feels good. It just doesn't have the feel when you go out and you dominate. But man, it shows up the same on the stat column, and no one will ever know years from now, right? They're just going to know that we won Darlington, and they'll forget why, which is unfortunate for them. But it's great that the team got me one here, and now, like I said to Chris Gayle, it's like, if we can win races where we got a 7th to 10th place car, then man, I feel good about going out there and executing when we've got the best car. Obviously, our pit crew is well and capable of keeping us up front. I can still do it. I can still do it at a high level, and so I like our outlook and to win a lot of races this year.
How hard was the pass today? It looked like passing was really difficult,
yeah.
And it looked like a track position heavy race.
It was. Man, we're all just running so equal. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, but we're just so close. The field is so close, and so. It makes it really, really difficult, and very similar to last week. Like, we're all kind of falling off at the same rate through the run, right? And we got 2 seconds of drop off here, right? That's good. But we're all doing it at the same rate, and because the cars are also very similar. And then once the tires really wear out, we pit. And that's where typically you'll see a huge disparity in speed between the cars. And so very similar last week, where it's just, right when you're getting to see some comers and goers, everyone just kind of pits to save themselves. And so, yeah, the feels tighter than it has ever been.
I think, as we all know, it's a total team effort. You got to have everything. I've learned in pro sports, if you can't do one part of the performance for the day, you're not going to get anywhere. And thank goodness, that crew has taken it upon themselves. And they kind of told me, they said, hey, that's what we wanted. We come in third, got a chance to win, and come out first. So those guys, I think we've worked extremely hard with our pit crew. And we came from kind of a hole probably 18 months ago. But everybody at our race shop, our coaches, Chris and Brian, really worked hard. And a lot of credit goes to the athletes, too. They work extremely hard. 3 days a week, it's practice. 3 days a week, it is mandatory weight training. And they go through a lot. And, of course, everybody knows in our sport it means a lot. So, yeah, big deal.
Didn't really have a good enough long run car, and probably not the speed that the 12 car had by any stretch. Worked on it all day, got a little better. Caught the one caution right there in stage 2 to kind of get the track position back from where we had lost it earlier. It's kind of unique, right? We pitted with the 3 laps on tires early, which was probably the wrong call on my part, but even then we had a bad pit stop, right? And we lost 5 spots on pit road from all the guys who took tires, and the 23 was able to get positions back, and we were kind of stuck. So that caution stage 2 really helped us there. But I knew then that the pit crew was disappointed about that. But it's like, okay, that's one thing to be disappointed about, but it's not going to be your last opportunity. I didn't know necessarily how this was going to play out to where they would have the opportunity on the green-white checker to get the win. So, for those guys, man, they are just villains. I mean, they just want that moment to where they can go in there and just rip everybody's hearts out and win the race and walk away and don't care what anybody else thinks, unapologetic, and they're just awesome. So I'm happy to be part of their team, pretty much.